Well, a few weeks ago, I did a version of one of these songs, and a few people were like, "Hey, you should do the original, dummy." So here we go. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. We are back for our Beatles Sunday. Hopefully on Sunday. I was about to say, I don't know. It could get blocked for all I know. We're doing 2 music videos like we did last week. We did 2 videos from Help last week, which are excellent. This week is Paperback Writer, the video, and then the Ballad of John and Yoko, the original. I'm guessing it's the original. It's for the video, which I think it said that the Ballad of John and Yoko was the last #1 single for them, and it was a non-album single, and it was released in '69, I believe, and it was the last one until Now and Then, which came out last year, and that was a #1, which that is absolutely crazy that all those years later they had a #1. That's the power of these gentlemen right here. And yes, they are sitting in for today's video. They demanded it. So I was like, okay, whatever you guys say. So like I said, Paperback Writer first, the video, which I have done a version of it. I did it a long time ago for the full album reaction to Revolver, but it was bundled with like 8 other songs, and I'm not gonna lie. And once I hear it, it might re-jog my memory, but I can't pick it out of my mind, to be honest. The Ballad of John Yoko, take 7, the one I did, I can pull out of my mind because I just did it, but Paperback Writer was a long time ago. So this is basically a fresh listen, if anything, and there's 2 videos, so we can't beat that. So I'll link the Beatles playlist up there if you want to go watch some other stuff. And on Patreon, I have full albums. I've got Rubber Soul, the White Album, which is on YouTube though, Revolver, Abbey Road, Sgt. Pepper. I've done a lot. I've done half of Please Please Me. But most of it's on Patreon. And if you're watching this on Sunday, if you join Patreon, you should be able to see Hard Day's Night Side 1 too. Just saying. All right, sorry. Paperback Writer, the Beatles, 3, 2, 1, go. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. This was a McCartney track, if I'm not mistaken. Poor Ringo. Oh, I love the shades. Paperback Writer. Oh my goodness. So many shades. Filthy riff. Oh no. Already. He said. I love Paul, man. He's such a jokester. That was fun. That deserves a replay, and there's already another video ahead of it. The Ballad of John and Yoko, the original version.
Standing in the dockets of Hampton, trying to get to Holland or France. The man in the Mac said, you've gotta go back. You know they didn't even give us a chance. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be.
That bass is nuts.
The way things are going, they're gonna crucify
was just staring that camera down.
From Paris to the Amsterdam Hilton, talking in our beds for a week. The news people said, say what you're doing in bed. I said, we're only trying to get us some peace. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Saving up your money for a rainy day, giving all your clothes to charity. Last night the wife said, oh boy, when you're dead, you don't take nothing with you but your soul. Made a light trip to the
Whoa.
end, eating chocolate cake in a bag. Newspaper said, she's gone to his head. They look just like two gurus in drag. Christ, you know it ain't easy.
Two goobers in drag.
You know
What?
how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me.
I love the guitar.
Caught the early train back to London. 58 guns tied in a sack. The men from the press said, we wish you success. It's good to have the both of you back. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me.
What? It's a random clip. No, that is not fair. No. I love that logo. Alright, you guys pick. Which one are we replaying? Let me know. That's what I thought. Alright. Can you guess? Paperback Writer. The Beatles. Double play. 3, 2, 1, go. I gotta hear that again, baby. I only get to hear them once a week, so I might as well make it work. At least on the channel. Harmony. Oh my god. Oh, that riff too. Fuck, this is good.
It's 1,000 pages, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it longer if you like the style. I can change it around, and I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Really like it, you can have the rights. You can make
Oh, Ringo's having fun with this one.
you must return it, you can save me here. But I need a break, and I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer.
It still went too quick, even with 2 listens. That is not fair. Well, boys, you rocked out once again. I had no doubt that they would. Not rock out, though. Suba Films Limited? Interesting. I love how ahead of the curve they were of everything, like even the video medium and stuff like that, because it seems like for so many of their hits, they had basically, I know they were called promo clips back then, but for a lack of a better term, other than that, I'd say those are straight up music videos. You know what I mean? Like, they're so ahead of the curve, man. Like, that's so crazy to me. And like, I know other bands, I think, had promo clips and stuff, obviously too. But still, I think they perfected it. It seemed like, because they had all these fun different angles, all this different stuff happening. It's not just, you know, Ringo on a, you know, bicycle or whatever. That was still a good one though. It's still it's an inventive band in so many ways. Like, I just feel inspired listening to them, and you can probably see the joy on my face. Like, I really do love these guys. They make my day so much better whenever I listen to them, and I kind of needed some dopamine tonight, so that was a great hit of it. I'm not gonna lie. I had to play it twice. So Paperback Writer, like I said, came out in '66. It was a single. I don't know if it was on an album, though. The B-side was Rain, which is one of my favorite songs by them, too, actually. It was their last new song by the Beatles to be featured on their final tour in 1966. It debuted globally on the 66 compilation album, a collection of Beatles oldies, except in the US and Canada, where it debuted on the 1970 collection Hey Jude. Interesting, okay. So it was basically written mostly by Paul, and he based the lyrics on a challenge made to him by his Aunt Lil. McCartney said in '66, "Years ago, my Auntie Lil said to me, 'Why do you always write songs about love all the time? Can't you ever write about a horse or the Summit Conference or something interesting?' So I thought, all right, Auntie Lil." And that's where Paperback Writer came from. There's a lot more that goes into it, obviously, but I'll say it says there was a dispute over who played what on Paperback Writer. It says McCartney stated that he played the opening riff, but then and the photos from the recording session seem to be consistent with this. But then Ian MacDonald in Revolution in the Head gives Harrison as the sole lead guitarist, and only lists him on lead vocals and bass. But then Robert Rodriguez and Walter Everett each credit McCartney as a player of the song's main guitar riff and state that Harrison added lead guitar fills over his initial rhythm part. So per Rodriguez, it is Paul McCartney on lead vocal, lead guitar riff, and bass, John Lennon on tambourine and backing vocal, George Harrison on backing vocal, rhythm guitar, lead guitar fills, and Ringo Starr on drums. So take that with a grain of salt. You know, as the most documented band in history, it's funny how many inconsistencies and how many differing accounts of things there are for so many different songs. Like, this isn't the only one, obviously. I think that's very interesting. But that was an excellent song all the way through. Of course, Ringo, he shines in every single song, bro. Like, no matter what, like, the drums in the Beatles songs are always on point, and you can thank Ringo for that, and Paul when he played, definitely. But still, it's always a highlight, you know, as a drummer, to hear Ringo just absolutely go in for no reason. Like, it's just it'll be like a regular Beatles song, and then you just hear Ringo in the back just going nuts, bro. I fucking love it. So I'd say Paperback Writer is my favorite of the two, but the Ballad of John and Yoko was another beast almost. Like, you know, that is like 3 years later. It almost had a, not Derek and the Domino sound. Was that a George kind of? I know it wasn't a George written song, but it sounded kind of like that version of it, like the original one, because I've only heard the Take 7 one. That really reminded me of some of George's work that came later, but that could have just been the guitar. But I don't know at the same time. Let me see. So that's funny. I said that George isn't on the track. John Lennon on lead vocals, lead guitars, acoustic guitar, and percussion, and then Paul McCartney on bass, drums, piano, maracas, and harmony vocals. And that was definitely a fun Beatles song. Even though most of them are fun, some of them aren't. You know, some of them are sad. That was a fun, like, it literally felt like a day in the life, because it almost felt like, you know, all of the stuff that John and Yoko went through. It's literally the ballad of their relationship, basically. All the paparazzi and the bed-ins and all that stuff. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I know all of it, but it is very interesting to look into the backstory of like what happened with them and their relationship. It is, I see why the tabloids were so interested in it, because they kind of fueled a lot of the fire themselves. Like the Beatles, I've noticed they play into the stuff that the media and stuff would come up about them, or even the conspiracy theories and stuff. They would play into it just to, I don't know, if to mess with the people, or just to, you know, further boost their name, even though everybody, you know, probably even down to like the South Pacific knew who the Beatles were. It's amazing, man. Like I like the guitar in it, I'd say the most, but the bass was still dominant in both songs. I loved John's vocals in it too. I'd say that his voice is just amazing. And it's funny to, you know, have the two songs back to back. You know, one with the Paul kind of lead vocal and written song, and then a John song and a Paul song apparently. And it's, I think, famously written only by them two. You know, and there are only two obviously on it, and they do a great job. It sounds like the whole band is there, but it's not. It's just them two, and they did a great job. That was an excellent song. And like I said, it tells the story of their relationship very well in a very almost tongue-in-cheek comedic way, and great Beatles music along the way. Can't ask for anything more than that. I mean, then those videos were excellent, like I said, and hopefully this isn't blocked. Like, it might be, for all I know. Hopefully it's not, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I had to play it twice because that was just excellent. So I don't know if I have anything else to add. If you guys have any recommendations that I haven't done yet, like I said, I'm going to be doing A Hard Day's a Night. If you're watching this day premiere, it should be out sometime Sunday. Doing side one of that, and gonna add another album to the collection on Patreon, because we got a lot of them. And with that, I should be trying to upload Rubber Soul in full on here. Hopefully I can get away with it. I don't know, like their copyright's tricky, so I'll try my best though. And if you guys think, you know, if I don't know how to say this, if there's any like solo stuff by them, albums that I should, you know, check out more than another one, because I feel like I'm a little, not lost, but I don't know. I feel like I just don't know where to go with them now, per se. Obviously, I can do the full albums and everything, but the solo material, you know, like with George, Paul, I've done a lot of Pauls, a lot of Johns, you know, but I really don't know where to go next with them. I'm not going to lie, guys. So if you guys could help me out with some comments, with some suggestions, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.